This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling Podcast. Betsy, hello. How are you?
Marcy, I am good. Thank you for asking. How are you?
You're welcome. I try to be polite with my friends.
Dude, you're fucking polite, and I fucking appreciate it.
Hey, fucking thanks.
Yeah, you're fucking welcome, my friend.
Let's start off with a lot of F-bombs.
Yeah, fuck.
In case little children are listening.
Oh.
I hope we have all the 3- and 4-year-olds' attention now.
Yes. Quiet coyote.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm bringing one right back to California.
Oh, my God. Yes, I love California.
California is a great state,
It's the
right?
best. I love it so much.
I really love it.
Yeah?
And I've lived in 4 states.
Oh, shit.
It's my favorite of the 4.
What for?
Louisiana, Florida, New York, California.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've lived in 3, and it's my favorite.
Which ones?
Wyoming, Colorado, California.
You didn't live in New York for a little bit.
I did, but like 3 months. I don't count that.
3 months.
I don't like it.
New York.
It's too hard on
The
me,
city?
man.
It's rough.
Yeah, people
It's
are
hard.
walking too fast all the
It's a lot
time.
of fast walking.
It's a lot of fast walking.
It's a young person's city.
Yeah, I was there when I was young, and
Yeah.
I couldn't
You have
handle
an
it.
old body.
I have a very old body, listeners.
You
like,
guys,
it's
it looks
old.
like Tales from the Crypt.
Yes. Yeah, yes.
Still good. Still very
Yes.
good. All right, so I'm going
love
to
it.
tell you today about
Yeah.
the California Dark Watchers.
What? I've never heard of this. Okay.
Honestly, it's
Yuck.
pretty new to me as well.
Okay, great. Ew, the name is creepy.
So, the Santa Lucia mountain range in central California, which kind of spans up to Big Sur,
Yeah.
that mountain range. Am I saying that right? Santa Lucia? Because it's not Santa Lucia. Santa
No.
Lucia, right?
Yeah.
So, people throughout centuries, and I say centuries because there were Native Americans here for
Yeah.
13,000 years.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, people have seen these large phantoms,
No.
motionless, silent, featureless phantoms on peaks and ridges along the mountain range, watching over travelers along the range of mountains.
What?
There are these giant humanoid phantoms in long cloaks with giant hats, said to stalk travelers with a fear-inducing aura around them.
Like Babadook.
Like Babadook.
What?
Well, we'll get
Or
into
like
that.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, I guess like Dementors a little bit, but like they're just these giants that they see looking up at you. And you think they're people at first, but
What?
they're too large to be people.
And they're on the mountains?
They're on the mountains.
Ew.
So John Steinbeck
shit.
wrote about them in a short story
Grapes
called
of Wrath.
Nope. Because John Steinbeck did live in that area.
Yeah, like Salinas and stuff, right?
He lived there for a while, and he wrote a short story called Flight, in which he talks about these people in the mountains.
Oh, I gotta read that.
And also the poet Robinson Jeffers wrote about them as well. These
Whoa.
dark watchers. So we know that people have been seeing them since the 50s and 60s. But
Okay.
some people think that original accounts of the Dark Watchers date back all the way to the Chumash Native American tribe, which has lived along the central coast of California and the Channel Islands for over 13,000 years. But it's a loose connection to these things because they were called the creature that they saw, the Nunasis. So basically, This might sound a little familiar to you.
Okay.
So the Chumash tribe believes that there are 3 worlds. We have middle world, where humans roam.
Middle Earth.
Exactly. And then
Yes.
there's the upper world where they have deities and stuff. And then the
Yes.
lower world where they have these other monsters and creatures below us, right?
Oh.
So the Nunasis are from the lower world, and they come up to the middle world at night to spread bad luck, illness, negative thoughts, things, and can be human. They can come in a humanoid form or in a monster's form. What does this sound like to you?
Oh, God.
Does this remind you of
everything?
the jinn, too?
Jinn.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, big
Right?
time.
So, spooky. So, in 2006, in the San Fernando Valley, there was a long-distance runner who said he saw one of these figures as he was running, because he does his long distance, so he runs all day.
Whoa.
And he said these are seen around twilight, and he saw this giant figure in the distance that he described as blacker than black.
Well,
And people kind of theorize that these are, since no one knows what they are, that they're this malevolent entity, or possibly a shadow people, or interdimensional beings
what?
who are just coming here to peek on our world.
Interdimension? So, like, from another dimension?
Yes.
Whoa.
So in the Steinbeck short story,
Yeah.
a mother warns her son. Her son has killed someone and has to leave. So he has to go along this the mountain range, and she says, "Don't stop if you see anyone,
Ew.
because it might be the Watchers.
Ew.
And if you see them, you can't speak to them because they will kill you."
Oh, my God.
But mostly people just see these figures looking
Ew.
off into the ocean.
Okay.
Isn't that a weird?
That's creepy. Isn't that so interesting how different
Cultures
and stuff, like how it is
the
similar
Chumash tribe.
to...
Well, yeah, that we all like. That's the interesting thing too about these like jinn or angels and demons, and that across cultures they have stories of these things that come at night, and there are things to scare you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And almost keep you in line.
Keep you in line. Yeah.
Eh?
I know, you conspiracy theorist. But also, like, it is interesting, like, you know, like, even talking about cross-cultural things, you know, like, Noah and the Ark, the flood, the Great Flood that happened. That's not strictly a Christian story.
Oh, yeah,
There are
really?
other cultures that have a great flood and people, like, 2 by 2 surviving it with a boat.
Whoa. Yeah, I guess that is the thing of, like, just... you know, there's only 7 stories to be told.
Tell them to me.
I don't know.
You don't know them?
Shakespeare already did all of them.
Shit.
But that idea of, like...
historic?
Like, it's
cross
so
lovers?
interesting.
Yeah. It's weird because they don't seem to do anything. People just have a bad feeling about them when they see them.
Yeah.
And that they're, like... This idea that when you're out in the wilderness and you think you're alone, that something is watching you.
I hate that.
Is there any scarier feeling than
No.
the idea that someone is watching you?
Especially in the woods.
In the woods.
No. That's awful.
When I was a little girl,
Yeah.
my family used to tell this story called Smoke, Smoke.
Yeah.
And it sort of went like this. There was an old woman, and she sat on her porch, smoking a cigar. Before she went to bed, and alone in her house, she muttered to herself as she blew out the smoke, "Smoke, smoke, smoke. Who's gonna sleep with me in this lonesome cold night?" And a voice from the wilderness whispered, "I will."
Ew.
And basically, as she goes into the house, she keeps saying that over and over until it's at the foot of her bed. And she pulls the covers up and says, "Smoke, smoke, smoke. Who's gonna sleep with me this lonesome cold night?"
No.
And a voice from beside her bed whispers, "I gotcha."
Whoa!
And then my family would scare the shit out of whatever child was around them.
Oh, that's a good one.
Good one, huh?
I'm going to do that tomorrow. Really scare
Smoke,
'em.
tell them, cuddle up, Mono.
Yeah.
Time to tell you
Cuddle
a story.
up. Oh, yeah.
When I was at my family reunion, because it was my great aunt Elner and my uncle Buster were the ones who used to tell the smoke story.
Yes.
And their son, Sam, who I call my Uncle Sam, even though he's my mom's first cousin, I was like, you have to go tell all the children. Scare them.
Did he? And did they freak out?
He didn't, but I was like, because he also like used to smoke cigars and like,
Yes.
I was like, you gotta scare the kids, scare the children,
Ooh,
please.
please scare the children. It's also that thing of like, forever people like getting scared.
Yeah, that could also be like because people were traveling and finding new lands back then. I mean, not like in the Steinbeck days, but like when California was like this new world full of like all these wonders and like fertile places. To be like, well, as you travel along, watch out. There's people watching you.
Yeah. It's all just people fucking with each other.
People love to say, you can't go into those woods or you'll get murdered. Those woods are mine.
Yeah. Them's my woods.
Them's my range,
That's
mountain range.
why, it's so interesting, like, hearing all of these folklore and stuff, and how so closely they resemble other folklore throughout the world and throughout time.
If I were smarter, I could really give a good lecture on this, but I'm not.
Try it.
Nope.
Try it.
I'd rather try to ride a unicycle.
Oh, write one?
I'm writing a unicycle.
Well, thank you, Marcy.
You're welcome, Betsy.
That was cool.
Thank you. Hey.
What?
Do you think people should send us paranormal
stories? I think people should send us paranormal stories and stuff.
Where do they send them?
You can send them to funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com, and it can be anything. We're talking your folklore, like if you have fun stories that your parents or grandparents used to tell you that would scare you, please tell us. We want to listen. We want to talk about them and everything.
Yes.
Also, if you are enjoying this podcast, hey,
rate, review,
subscribe. Tell your friends.
Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts. Tell buddies.
Yeah.
Refer us.
Yeah, refer
for jobs.
We need jobs.
We need jobs.
We need jobs bad. But yeah, thank you, Marcy.
Hey, Betsy. Thank you.
That's great.
Thanks. Welcome to the show. A very special guest. We're excited to have her.
Woo.
She is the co-founder of Reductress.
Yes.
You've read her work, I'm sure. It's one of the funniest sites on the internet. Beth Newell.
Yay!
Hello. And our second Bombardo member, which is just our indie team. She was on with Aubrey and I.
And by indie team,
we mean independent improv group, all
everybody
ladies.
just turns it off right now.
Gross.
All right. Yeah, Bombardo.
Yeah, Bombardo for life. Remember when we thought about getting tattoos?
Oh, yep.
I still have vague plans to get a similar tattoo.
For Bombardo or just?
Sort of just like a woman power ode to all my women.
That's when the people turned off right now. They're like, women? We hate
Give
women.
us ghosts.
We thought you guys were not women.
They're like, stop talking about alive people.
Yeah, give us the dead women.
Yeah, tell us how she was murdered. I love murdered women.
Yeah, man.
So we start every interview by asking, what do you believe about the paranormal? Any beliefs? What do you believe in? What do you believe is out there?
I believe almost everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to believe. I'm skeptical, so I'm very much like an I want to believe Fox Mulder. And the only stuff I don't believe sometimes is like conspiracy theory, like really dark negative stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't think it's good to think about negative shit all the time. Like it's just like not healthy for me mentally, but it also is like so much of the way that I've seen like bad people stay in power and bad shit go down is like just more like ineptness and selfishness and ignorance, and like to stuff like Illuminati plots, I'm always like, no. But when it comes to spiritual shit, I believe in ghosts.
Yep.
I believe in spirits.
Yep.
Yeah. I believe in an afterlife.
Yeah. And like maybe you're like me in that like a general energy between people.
Yeah, I'm big into energy, and you and I have talked about like being empaths and feeling like we're just getting...
Yeah, do you feel you're like an empath?
Yeah, and I know it's like very cliche to say that, but I just like feel like, I don't know, certain things affect me more, and I'm like tired, and I like talking to people, but then I'm like just don't want to be surrounded by them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I love talking one-on-one or like this.
Yeah.
Yep.
I always think that like in groups of like 3 or more, that's when I get like one-on-one I'm my best, and then adding more I start getting crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay.
I don't do as well in like crowds and stuff.
You don't.
Yeah, Betsy, you know it.
And that's like hard as a performer, because like you feed off the energy in different ways, and like sometimes you go in and it's like a great crowd, a great set, and you're like loving it, and then other times you just like feel like you're like up against a wall of bad energy. And certain spaces feel like that. Like there was spaces in New York, because we performed in so many weird shitty spaces where I was like, this is just bad. I can't ever do a show at this place.
Yeah, there's some here in LA where it is that same vibe of like, wait, every single time we come and do a show here, it's so hard and not fun, and everything we don't like about, or like...
Yeah, it's an uphill climb.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think that's just like an acoustics thing. I think that sometimes you're just like, something feels weird.
Yeah. Like some weird shit went down in this now theater. With cockroaches running on the ground. Ew.
Yummy.
Yummy.
I do think that like energy is. I think it's easy. Like I've been trying more to like just like set up my energy so that I'm setting up mine instead of reacting to other people's, and that's a little helpful. I mean, antidepressants are helpful.
They set up your energy.
Yeah,
I think I'm like a little dulled to a lot of stuff.
I always like want to like throw in a caveat with I'm talking about spiritual stuff, is like I also do believe in science and doctors.
Of course,
and,
yes.
I'm not like...
What if you didn't at all? You don't believe in doctors?
I just went from my own personal experience of like being on like antidepressants and being like, oh, this is really helpful to like to like not focus on these things, and to like be like, all right, let's turn that down a little bit.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that's everyone's experience, but like, yeah, I definitely feel like a lot less negative stuff now that I have my chemicals working in my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's energy too.
That is energy, yeah.
Yeah, it's all energy, man.
Flowing.
It's all energy.
So LA. I'm so glad.
Yes, yeah, it is very LA.
I think it's like a thing that's spreading. You know, people are more into the idea of like love and light you hear on a lot of reality shows from the most evil women in the world.
Love and light?
Love and light. Just putting off love and light. But yeah, the idea like that I can like set up my space a little bit better. But I do have a harder time in groups, which is interesting because I think I seem pretty social.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely
then I
give off a social vibe.
And then I'm like, I gotta die! I gotta get out of here!
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it's better now, but
Good.
But yeah, mostly I would maybe live in a cabin in the forest.
Really?
I think
you would like that?
Yeah, if I could go visit people when I want to, but for the most part, I'm all alone by myself.
And far, far away from people?
I don't think I'd hate it.
Okay.
I think sometimes people don't realize the thing with empaths is it's not just like people being like, oh, I really understand what people are thinking and feeling. It's like most people who are empathic, they like don't realize they have that ability. So they're misinterpreting all the information they're getting.
Shit.
So when you're around people who are in a bad mood, you're feeling bad things, but you're not necessarily attributing them in the right way. So you're like, this person's mad at me and I need to fix this and I'm a bad person. Like it like spirals out in you. So you just
for me, I'll think I'm in a bad mood.
Right.
I'm like, oh, I'm upset right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that's how I pick it up as like it is mine. Is I don't even like recognize that it's someone else's mood sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, I do that too.
And things that maybe like if someone were maybe not fully aware of how they feel, like maybe kind of repressing some feelings, I'll pick up on the stuff they don't even know, and then I'm like, why am I feeling insane? Because I have a few friends that are very, 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 very nice people. And they are, I always like, I joke with this one friend that I always make the motion of like shoving things down in my gut whenever she's very bubbly. And I'm like, shove it, shove it, shove it. But it doesn't, but I always am feeling it anyway.
Right.
So, and I kind of, and sometimes on her behalf, I have like little outbursts like against other people, which she would never do herself.
Okay.
And I'm not thinking of it. It's just happening. And then I feel like a bully and a jerk. And I am, but it is like a weird thing where you're like, huh, why did I just went crazy just now. Or not crazy, but you know.
Wow. Yeah.
Like I just had an outburst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's other people's energy.
I mean, or I'm crazy. I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm not crazy.
Well, I think sometimes too, it's like with those people who like act very nice, it's like they might say something passive aggressive to you where they don't think they're giving anything away about how annoyed they are or what a bad mood they're in, but you're picking up on it. So you react to them in a way as though they are screaming at you, even though they're not.
Yes. Okay.
So then, you do look crazy.
Yeah, because then you're like, there was no reason for you to behave that way. And they're accurate that there was no reason.
Yeah.
But I'll even think like someone who just like is, I come to people's defense more than I need to. And then I'll be like, well, they're upset with that person. So then all of a sudden I'm like being mad at someone else for them. It's a dumb thing.
Oh, yeah.
I always say that I'm a really good friend. If you don't have it in you to hate someone, I will do it for you.
That's funny.
I think empaths are really prone to like codependency issues too.
Yeah.
Because we're picking up on everything and then we're like, I have to fix all of this.
Shit, yeah.
Not my issue. It's not my issue.
That sounds exhausting.
Yeah, it was like I finally like a psychic told me like that what was going on, and I was like, I need to start parsing out when this is not me.
Yeah.
And be like, it's not my issue.
Yeah.
Also,
That's just good in life.
Read the book The 4 Agreements? It's really good.
Okay.
There's only 4 agreements. But I don't want to spoil them.
Oh, man.
It's a really good book about like basically it's like just be truthful with your words, be impeccable with your words. Let's see. Don't try to fortune tell, which is really hard for people who think they literally are psychic, like I do sometimes. Always try your best.
Okay.
And don't take anything personally because it's never about you.
Oh, that's good.
That's the fortune telling one is something I struggle with because I think like I empathically know someone's going to be annoyed about something I'm about to do and then I don't do it.
Shit.
But then the thing is like I should live my own truth and do the things I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's okay that I know they're going to react negatively. I just need to accept that that's the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, like not trying to stop not trying to like change someone else's mood for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
I think it's just good life
I don't need to
advice.
read the book now.
Yeah. Oh, poor.
You read
Well,
it.
he's dead. It doesn't matter. It's like some Mexican
he's not getting any residuals.
Yeah, it's some like Mexican
yeah.
philosopher. I don't think he's alive. Maybe he is. I don't know.
We don't know.
So that's what you believe, that ghosts.
I like that.
You believe in aliens?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like more on the fence about aliens. Like I think there's stuff out there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to say you're one of the first
It's pretty rare.
that hasn't said yes. I feel like everyone's always like yes.
Yeah.
But not to
I'm-
judge it, just
I
to say
think-
like it's a lot of people
I
that
think
come
I'm-
on here.
I think I'm more inclined to believe that like a lot of the alien stuff is more like other dimensions and stuff and not like other planets.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because it's like,
I think it's an interesting idea too that like that we think someone's visiting and it's like maybe not from a faraway land.
yeah, because I like the idea of them like creating a craft that flies here from wherever like is just so hard to wrap my head around.
Yeah. Even though we're doing it, kind of.
Yeah, but I don't
Slowly
know.
but surely.
Even with the pyramids?
Yeah. But how about those pyramids, huh? Those are not man-made.
You gotta touch the top of a pyramid, it'll poke your finger off.
I just think it's like, obviously they're not like using rocket power fossil fuels to do that.
Right.
So I think it's more likely that they're tapped into like a kind of energy that we don't understand.
Oh, so sort of
That's cool.
along the lines of Contact, the movie Contact.
Oh, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Well, should we spoil a movie?
I feel that one's so.
every-
Isn't it her dad or something? Her dead dad.
Well, she sees the thing as her dead dad.
Oh,
but
okay.
like she doesn't go anywhere. She's like in a machine here on Earth. That goes to the other planet.
Okay.
Spoil.
I don't know this movie.
We've been spoiling a lot of
It's
movies.
great. Yeah, we spoil. We are constantly ruining movies.
It's so annoying because I was just going to go get Contact. I was
I'm
going
just
to
gonna go
download
find
it.
it on VHS.
Yeah.
I gotta watch some early Matthew McConaughey, Jodie Foster. So tell us some of your stories
yeah.
about paranormal stuff.
Well, so you know what's funny is like I was just talking to you yesterday and I said that I was in yoga last week and the yoga blocks fell off the shelf.
D, the yoga instructor?
With my yoga instructor D. And it's funny because so here's what I like didn't put together at the time. Like I just assumed that was maybe like a sign about something my yoga instructor was saying. Maybe I was supposed to pay more attention, but I didn't think it was necessarily specifically for me. But my sister was at that class with me randomly. And then last night, I went into 7-Eleven and like 2 or 3 cups just shot out of the cup holder thing, like in front of me.
What?
And I was like, oh, I think this is my brother, my deceased brother, trying to like say hi to me this week.
He's just knocking stuff off.
Yeah. And I mean, that's like more powerful than I have experienced of like a thing from him.
Have
if
you-
it is him.
Have you had other experiences with your brother?
Yeah, so all my experiences, I like wouldn't necessarily have said it was him at the time, but then I did talk to my psychic. Another cliche about me is that
I mean, this whole podcast is all about that. We love cliches.
I don't think you need to act embarrassed. You're in good company.
yeah.
Like we literally have a friend that is a psychic that we hang out with constantly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I love my psychic, but anyway. Okay, so what are the instances? So when I was first like sort of getting into all this spiritual stuff and maybe like reading books and starting to like question things, I was like very skeptical but like interested. And then I had like over the course of a summer a series of incidents where little things would drop on my head out of nowhere, like little crumbs. And like I worked at a summer camp where those kids would always make those things. Do you know when you take an iron and you take those little plastic beads and iron them all together?
Yes.
I had one of those drop on my head, like there was like a 20-foot ceiling above my head and nothing above me.
What?
I was in the middle of a room and one of those beads just dropped on my head and I was alone. Like there was no kids, no one in the room. And like I was like, this is weird. And I had another incident like that where I was reading a story specifically like about a dead man communicating with his wife or something like that. Whoa. And a crumb or something dropped on my head in my apartment, like from the ceiling. And I was like, okay, yeah, I think my brother is trying to say something to me.
Oh my God.
And
Did your brother pass when you were 19?
yeah. So
right before I met you, right? I think.
yeah, that's right.
And how long after that did you experience like the bead?
This would have been like the summer of 2010.
Okay,
and
so
he died in 2004. So this is a long time.
Yeah.
And like,
But you were also starting to like open up, it feels like, to the idea of.
and I mean, that's what I've heard my psychic say and other people say is just like, you have to believe something's possible for it to happen.
Yeah.
And like, you're not, even if it was happening to you, you wouldn't necessarily perceive it that way. Cause also probably like within a year of him dying, I had like a couple of weird incidences where like one time a bird flew into my foot and that felt really weird. And then another time
Betsy would have died.
I woke up.
She's terrified of birds.
I woke up from like a nap or sleeping and there was like a white mist above me in my bed. Whoa. And this was probably within a year of him dying.
Yeah.
And I was like, I guess at the time, again, I was like just not putting the pieces together, but I kind of thought that I was having like a out of body experience type of thing. Or maybe I like, what do they call it? Astral projecting? Like,
yeah.
Because I like Googled like white mist or something and that was sort of like where it led me. But so I had that happen and I woke, like I saw this mist above me I like sat up and I was like, because I had been sleeping, I kept saying to myself, like, this is not a dream. This is not a dream. And I was like assuring myself, I was like, I know I saw this. Like, and it was like just one of those weird things where you're like, how am I going to convince myself later that I didn't just dream this?
Yeah. Whoa.
So I had that. And then maybe after the summer with the things dropping on me, I had another time where my husband was out of town and I woke up in the morning and there was like a pile of toilet paper in the sink, like just wadded up, like pile of toilet paper. And I was like, this is so creepy. And like, I immediately checked my front door to make sure it was like closed
did somebody come in
and locked. And I was like, I'm definitely alone. My husband's out of town. Why is this happening? And then
God,
I later asked my psychic about it and she's like, yeah, that's your brother kind of like playing a trick on you. Like, but I think it makes sense to me now with like what I understand about energy and how much like effort it supposedly takes ghosts to like manifest and manipulate stuff, that like toilet paper is really light.
Yeah.
Yoga blocks are really light. Like,
the popcorn on the ceiling or whatever.
Yeah. Those are all like very little things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Was he a prankster?
Yeah. Like he definitely had like
he's an older brother. So.
He's an older brother, and he definitely had like a sarcastic, like playful sense of humor.
Yeah. Right.
And that's kind of why I immediately trusted my psychic when I met her, because she was like, she said on her website, like, you should bring an object that belonged to the deceased if you want to connect with them.
Yeah.
And I brought my brother's necklace, and then I forgot to take it out of my bag when I got there. And the first thing she said to me was like, they're telling me something about a necklace. And I was like,
oh my God.
So I was like, okay, I have to get.
You're good.
I know. I was like,
psychic, you work.
So that was like a great way to start the meeting with her, because I was like, this is the real deal.
Yeah.
And then like when she channeled my brother, the way she spoke his words was so like sarcastic and like brotherly, and like it was like she would say things where he'd be like, come on, really? You know, like it was just stuff that was like, if you think of like your stereotypical like fake psychic, they're very like woo woo and like
vague and
my psychic has like, she's like a biracial lesbian with like this like no nonsense like energy, and she's just like, he's saying this blah blah blah, like she's not like giving you what you want to hear.
She's not pandering.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. I like always, she's a pricey psychic because she's good.
Yeah.
So she can like do it, like she charges more so that she doesn't do as much, right? Like, cause she's like, I'm doing fine with like all of her other stuff. So she like has a higher price, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's that. And I think also it's just so draining for her to take like clients all the time.
I always wanted to try her out, but you know, you got to choose between like, you got to pay rent, buy a new laptop. Sometimes you can't go with that.
No, I mean, I don't see her more than once a year, if that, because she's so expensive. But I like the few times I have seen her, like a couple of them have been like life-changing for me, because like I saw her when I first saw her in 2010, I was like in a really not great place in my life. And I was like, you know, like kind of like hadn't been active in comedy for like very much. And I was like, what am I doing with my life? And like trying to decide, I think, if I should like get back into it and how. And like she said to me in that meeting, she was like, you're a writer. You're a writer. And I was like,
awesome.
It's one of those things where like, obviously, like, she could just say that to someone and whatever, but like, it felt really true when she said it, and I was like, yeah, I think like it made sense.
Yeah,
you know?
That's awesome.
And then you started making Reductress, right?
Well, yeah. At that point, I think I don't remember the exact timeline, but I started like getting back into writing sketch and taking classes and like just finding a way forward, because you know, like money was an issue, and I was just trying to like, you know, what we're all doing, like scrape it together.
Like paying with quarters.
Yeah. Being like, how do I make this work?
I'll make it work. I'll do whatever I can.
That's but it eventually led to.
Yeah, I mean, that eventually turned into Reductress.
Yeah.
So,
which was huge. I mean, is huge.
It's
I just remember when it happening, being like, wow, Beth's got this really cool thing. Whoa, shit, everybody's talking about this.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, when you like think a thing is cool, and then you're like, wait, everyone else does too.
Yeah. Has like you have a sister, you mentioned. Has she felt things like this?
I feel like she did tell me about something, but like she, I think, is a little more skeptical than me.
Okay.
And I think she's like coming around to this later.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think also like, they say that like your grief sort of prevents people from making contact with you because there's so much negative energy around you connected to them. And so I think that's part of why it probably took my brother so long to communicate with me. And I know when I saw my psychic, she said at one point she said something about my sister and was like basically said that my brother was saying like we were really close. And it's funny, my brother was older than me and my sister's younger than me, but I think both my siblings are gay and like they're, I don't know, for whatever reason, maybe they just they had like a stronger emotional connection at some point.
And sometimes when there's a little more years, like that's like the baby. That's like, he was like maybe 6 or 7 when she was born.
Yeah. So like he would have been like 7.
Yeah. So
and
like
I would have been 5. And I think it's like, when you have, my brother was 2 years older than me. And when you have a sibling that close in age, you're always butting heads and it's like a very competitive. And I think for both me and my brother, it's like, it's easier to take our sister under our wing because we're not.
She's your baby.
We're not we're not competing with her,
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's wild.
That's really sweet too.
Yeah.
So have you had any other experiences that are like similar or any even other just like thoughts about like, I don't know, kind of energy or paranormal stuff? Like
what else? So I mean, I'm into like a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, we're into crystals.
Okay,
I don't know. We have been. We were into crystals a long time.
I do feel like we were into crystals before
the
big crystal boom.
Yeah, crystal boom.
Obviously, if we were getting them, they had to be from somewhere, so there was some popularity. But I can remember being like 2005 and 2006. Being like, after Bombardo shows, being like, let's go to a crystal store. Like
That's so funny.
We would go to Stick, Stone, and Bone. And
so you know what's funny
is the bone part.
I don't. It's fucking.
We're the bone.
Yeah,
right. You know what's funny? When I was growing up, I was always kind of like weirdly into stuff like this, and I was very into crafts, and I had like beading kits I would get for Christmas and stuff, and I had a jewelry kit that was all stones, and I would make earrings and stuff. And I always remember having like the hematite one and being like, I love hematite. For some reason, I like thought it was great, and I knew the names. And like whenever I would see like a quartz crystal kind of necklace somewhere, like because you go on vacation to like a national park or something, and they sell stones. Yeah, I would always be like, I have to have that stone. Like something about it felt it was like always drawing me.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if I heavily connect with stones compared to like a lot of other people.
Right. But like that there is some sort of draw there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting because all of Bombardo is kind of like all 7 of us women, like, and it has evolved over the years, but we're all kind of like very much in line with each other. Like there's no one being like, nope, that's crazy.
Sometimes I think people think it's a little crazy.
In moments, but like we're all into the same, like everyone believes in ghosts, everyone likes crystals, like we're all kind of like there with each other for that stuff, which is maybe a little rare.
Oh yeah, I heard Aubrey on the podcast, you guys talking about our New Orleans trip, and I was like, I felt like there was some like corrections I wanted to make.
Oh, correct me.
Yes.
Because you said something about us ruining the ghost tour for you because we were like
giggling. I can remember
but
specifically being on the street because we met the guy up. It was like near a bar. We had been drinking, so I was like, nah. But
so here was my take on that ghost tour: is that like a ghost tour should have ghost stories.
Yes.
And that was a history tour,
right?
That told horrific tales of violence and nothing about ghosts.
Oh, bummer.
Because it was about the Lalaurie house, and you guys can go look it up because it's too horrible to talk about.
Oh, that's
these are these are like the kind of stories that like I wish I had never heard.
Yeah, they're so gruesome.
It was so gruesome. And then they talked about a lot of stuff with like war and disease, and they talked about how there was like some like disease happening in the city.
It was the plague. Yeah.
It was like some kind of plague, and they were piling bodies up, right?
Oh.
And they couldn't bury them all, and they were all piled up, and the bodies were swelling because they were rotting in the heat.
In the Louisiana heat, because you can't bury bodies.
And what they said was that the bodies would get so swollen that at some point they would just pop. And then you would hear the popping sound. And I was like,
that's so fucked
This
up.
was the ghost tour, and I felt like, I'm sorry, but like
I would have been losing my mind.
I think my empathing was a hindrance to that trip, because a lot of those places we were touring, I was like, I feel so bad here.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I want to be gone from here.
Yeah.
That is so fucked up.
And I
that
think
popping.
I was like, shh. I gotta hear more about the bodies popping.
Yuck. That's not a ghost story. We tried.
But it is like this. I understand like both perspectives. That like you kind of have to know the history before you can understand why it would be so haunted. But
also,
it was grotesque. It was gore.
I'll say about that trip, and I loved that trip because I was on it with you guys. But a lot of the local people we ran into in New Orleans were like talking. They would talk to us and be like, New Orleans is the greatest city, sweetest people you'll ever meet, but don't stray off the main street or you're going to get raped.
Jesus
And they would
Christ.
constantly everyone would be like, it's so great here. Oh, but also be careful. Everything bad is going to happen to you. And there was like a lot of dark energy
Yikes.
in New Orleans,
For sure.
I felt.
Yeah, for sure.
I've been once, and we made reservations to go on like a haunted pub crawl.
Oh, fun.
And we get to the first bar, which is apparently like one of the oldest bar or something in New Orleans, and our guide ditched us.
To get drunk?
No, like he was like, okay, everybody grab a drink and then we'll move on. So we went, and it was a group of like 6 of us. We went to the bar to get a drink, and then he was gone with the rest of the group.
This is what we did on our tour, was we ghosted our ghost tour.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't handle it anymore. And
Yeah.
and I felt like a lot of us, I know Marcy was enjoying it, but I think a lot of us were like, what is happening?
I would have bailed hard
And so
after that body
the guy running the tour was like, all right, everyone, you can just go into this like old pub and explore, and I'll be waiting out here for you. And it was a pub with like 2 entrances, and we walked in and like walked out the other door, and we were like, bye.
I also think that like not that we're gonna like settle in scores, but like just I didn't know that's what everyone else was like, because I was like
I get
literally
that.
standing right next to the guy. Well, and I always feel bad for the tour guides. Like even though like I like to cut up, but I don't want to ever feel like I'm making fun of a stranger. So I was like being protective of the tour
I get
guide.
that.
Yeah.
I think sometimes my MO with like Bombardo group outings, as you know, is that it's hard to get a group of people to make a decision, and some people don't like to say what they want.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
sometimes I will try to strongly make a call for the team that I think will serve the best number of people.
Yes.
And just like, let's move on. Because sometimes people are hungry, and I'm like, we need to get some food in these girls.
It's just like we were saying that like the smaller the group, the better. The smaller the better.
Again, just go traveling by yourself.
That's why I'm in my mountaintop, my hill.
There you go.
Yeah,
I don't think you're gonna
my
like
cabin.
living in the woods.
I'm like, what's that noise?
Oh yeah, you're gonna go crazy.
I hope to go crazy.
You're going
I
to
want
go.
to end up a wild feral woman, scary.
No!
I want to end up a lore.
Just eating cherries.
Eating cherries and people saying that she steals babies.
It would be kind of fun to be that woman in the neighborhood of like, that's the witch.
Yeah, I feel like, oh my gosh, there's a video of my brother's 5th birthday, and I'm walking around. I don't talk yet because I'm like, I guess I'd be like 18 months old at the time or
Okay.
something. And my grandmother is playing with my hair, and she goes, her looks like a little witch. and
That's cute.
I never say one word except for me. I just keep going, me.
I'm a witch.
I'm a witch.
I'm a witch.
Her looks like a little witch. Do you have any other stories you want to tell
that's
us?
the other thing I want to talk about is my witch daughter and my
Maven.
my baby, my crazy.
Oh, I shouldn't have
baby.
said her name. Sorry.
That's okay.
I can bleep it
You
out if
can
you want me
bleep
to.
it out.
You know, I was recording.
Bleep it out.
I was recording a podcast with Peter, my husband, and it's like yet to be released, and who knows what's happening with that. But I swear he gave like their social security numbers out, so you don't have to worry about that.
Okay. But it is
That is
4187.
so funny.
We like have not protected their identities at all.
No, she was born in the back of a car and became a viral hit sensation.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
What?
She
my daughter was born in the backseat of a car, And yeah, I don't even know where to start with the story.
Well,
but
you took a picture. You took a picture because you just
Oh
gave
my
birth. It was the
God,
first baby
yeah.
picture. And then Beth tweeted to Honda. What did you tweet?
I said, I just gave birth in the back of a Honda Fit. It's a mess. Can I have a free car?
Yeah.
And
I saw that.
Yeah, that was.
Did you get a free car?
I didn't get it from Honda, but a local dealership in Brooklyn called Plaza Honda gave us a free 3-year lease on a car.
What?
Yeah.
But that story is why I call my daughter a witch, because we took our car in for inspection like a week before that.
Yeah.
And they were like, this doesn't pass inspection. You shouldn't ever drive children in this car. Basically it was like a pile of junk. Like the car just became
Fit.
like
No, her old car.
my old car, which
okay.
was not a Honda.
Oh, okay.
But so my husband and I were like, fuck, we need a new car. Oh my God. And we have a baby on the way in like days.
Oh my God.
And so we were like borrowing my parents' car, and then we borrowed my sister's car, which is the one I gave birth in. And it's really weird because I had been telling my husband for months that we should get a Honda CR-V because I knew our car was on its last legs. And I was like, we had a door on our car that I swear was going to fall off. It was like a minivan, like sliding door. And I was like, I'm going to be driving 2 kids somewhere and the door is going to fall off and I'm fucked. So I told him for months, like, we need to get a Honda CR-V, and he kept saying no. And I was kind of like, I'm just going to manifest it. So I just kept saying, like, well, we'll get one.
Oh,
and I just, like, tried to believe. So then I feel like my daughter, that was, like, her gift for entering the world.
I will get you that CR-V.
Yeah. But so the other thing is, like, with both my kids when I was in labor, I feel like I sort of saw, like, their faces in my mind's eye. Like, just, like, little baby faces. And I feel like that was them, like, letting me know it was going to be okay because labor is so painful and insane. And with my daughter, I saw like birds and airplanes.
Okay.
And I had told Marcy and Erica, I told our friends, like, I told our friend Erica who chants, Buddhist chants, I was like, can you chant for this baby to just like slide right out of me? Because I didn't want to have another really painful labor like the first time. And so I saw these like airplanes and like birds in my mind's eye, and I was like, I think she's telling me she's gonna fly out of me.
Oh my God.
And then I did have a momentary thought where I was like, I wonder if she's gonna be born in the car. Like I was just so anyway.
So were you like on the way to the hospital
when this was happening?
Yeah.
No, this was like in the night. And I know I feel like the story always makes me sound like a bad, negligent mom who like doesn't know how to get to the hospital. But my labor with my son was so painful, and my hip was really locked up, and I like had really bad shooting pains down my leg.
Yeah.
And so I think because that labor was so painful, my pain scale was really off for judging how far along my labor was.
Oh my God, yeah.
And
so
then,
you're like, I feel like this is just how it is.
Yeah, and I know I'm a sensitive person, so for my son, I really wanted to do a home birth.
Yes.
And it didn't work out because my water broke and I had to go to the hospital.
Okay.
And I had all those people around me. So I decided to just do the hospital thing this time because I didn't want the disappointment, and I didn't want to like kick my son out of the house to do a home birth.
Yeah.
And so I was laboring in bed all night while everyone else was asleep, and I was kind of like enjoying the alone time to just like be with my thoughts and like moan and whatever, and not have people touching me or asking me how I was doing. And I was like timing my contractions, but I think because my like pain scale was off and stuff, I was probably only timing the most painful part of the contraction instead of timing the
whole
entire contraction.
And is that this is when you had the vision of your daughter?
So this is when I saw like visions, because everyone else was asleep. I was alone and just like moaning to myself. And that's so like with stuff like that, I was kind of enjoying it because I was like, this is kind of like the birth I wanted.
Yeah.
And so that's why I wasn't
kind of getting the best of both.
Yeah, that was like why I wasn't like rushing off to the hospital, because I was like, this is like my labor.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you did. Then finally you were like, all right.
Yeah. So it's a long story, but I woke up and like told my husband to get ready, and we called the doula over, and we called the midwife, and they were like, yeah, it sounds like you're pretty far along. You should start heading to the hospital, but like it's no rush. And my doula came over, and she was walking in the door, and as she walked in the door, my water broke. Yeah. And I was like, I looked down, like my doula like looked, I don't know how much detail you want me to go in, but I had like a diaper full of like blood and goo.
Yummy.
And my doula saw me like changing into a fresh diaper, and she was like, we need to go.
We have to go.
And she's Austrian, so she had like a really funny accent throughout. And then she got in the car with us, and we made it like 5 minutes down the road before I think what happened was I must have fully dilated throughout the night, and then when my water broke, the amniotic sac was like the only thing holding her in.
Oh my God!
We walked to the car, and that probably just like shimmied her head down further.
Oh my God!
So then
Everyone's learning a lot, though.
You started a whole new birthing process. Like just chill and then walk down some stairs. She'll come flying out.
Yeah. So then like I was like in the backseat with my hands on the headrest, like facing out the rear of the car, and my doula was next to me, and I was like, your body like knows when it's time to push, and I was like, I want to push, and my doula was like, do not push. And
do not push.
and I was like, I can't not push. And then so I didn't even push. I had a contraction that literally just like shot her head out of me, which is not how it usually works. Like it usually takes so much pushing, at least with the first kid. And so she's like,
He broke it all inside. He busted out the wall. He's like, I'm gonna make this nice and roomy.
Open concept now. Whoa.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And you had a baby mango.
Yeah, and then I had my daughter, and I like tweeted about it because I was just laughing because my sister's car was covered in guts, and I was like, this is hysterical. Because I mean, it was such a mess, and I like could not have been happier. And I think everyone thinks when you give birth in a car, it's like scary and you're going to be traumatized, but like I was so happy it was over compared to the first birth. And like we knew right away she was healthy and she was crying.
You had a doula with you.
I had my doula with me.
Yeah, thank goodness you had that doula.
Yeah, we had the midwife on speakerphone.
Oh my God.
It was, that's a real, like, I remember like waking up and being like, oh my God, this is real?
What an amazing story.
But it was so cool. And I was just like, I love my daughter. She has a good sense of humor.
Yep.
Is she witchy in any other ways? Or just
witchy?
So far? Yeah.
Oh, she has 2 webbed toes that are kind of like webbed together. So when this happened and then I saw her toes, I was like, this is a little witch.
This is a little witch.
I remember when she broke down my car? When you were pregnant with her, my car broke down.
Oh.
And it was her?
Well, I just remember my car like, I mean, granted, it did die, but not till this past year or so.
Oh, yeah. I did think maybe I like sucked the energy out of your car.
I thought that. I was like, Beth broke my damn car.
Yeah. I was having a lot of weird stuff back then because, I mean, I don't know. I was pregnant and then I had a thyroid issue and my body was all
because you had thyroid cancer then, right? Or
yeah, I mean, probably.
Yeah.
I didn't find out about it until after I had it.
Even just like pregnancy messes up your hormones so much, let alone like thyroid.
That's crazy.
Thing.
Yeah, so you just need to plug into a car battery.
Holy shit, yeah.
She just like sucked all my energy.
So many things today.
I mean, I feel like
body's popping, how to give a proper birth.
This was a very gory episode.
It is very gory.
Also, when that happened to your car, though, I feel like we were driving around LA and you were talking about like all the murder houses and stuff. Like, so it might have been. I did feel like maybe like a ghost popped into the car and they were like,
yeah. I mean, it was right by. It wasn't that far away from my house, thank goodness. But
there's a big old murder house close to your house.
There's 2 murder houses close to my house.
Like the Black Dahlia one.
The Black Dahlia one. Then there's the Los Feliz murder house. And then there's the La Bianca Manson house.
You're in it. You're in the thick of it.
I'm in the vortex. Do you have time to listen to a ghost story from a listener?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let me pull it right up.
That's an incredible story.
Okay, feel free to edit out the parts that you want. This takes place in Guthrie, Oklahoma, in a house that was built in probably the 40s. It's an old yellow 2-story house. The foundation was totally busted. It was old. It was creaky. There was noises that would happen during the night, during the day, whenever.
Settling.
So my bedroom was on the second story, and all of the bedrooms actually were on the second story, and one night I was sleeping and I woke up and felt my bed shaking violently. And during that time, I was a religious person, so I said the Lord's Prayer, and whenever I was done with it, it stopped shaking. So the next day, I tell my mother about this event, and she's like, "Oh, well, maybe the house was settling, or there was an earthquake."
The house is settling.
Well, I looked up the earthquake records for that day, and there was no earthquake. So the only thing that it could have been logically was the house settling. Well, the foundation was already fucked up on the house, so it was probably not that. Well, 2 days after that, my mom tells me that she had a dream about me coming into her room and saying, "Mom, my bed started shaking again." And she was like, "Oh, it's just another earthquake, son." And then I said, "Oh, that's not an earthquake." And then she jumped up in fear from her dream, and she told me about it, and she thought that I had just recently gotten a new chair from my grandma, and I had put it in my room, and she thought that, well, maybe that chair had an evil spirit attached to it. So we got rid of the chair, and nothing ever happened again. It only happened the one time, so who knows, maybe it was just the house settling, but I still thought it was a pretty interesting story.
House settling is not a goddamn thing.
I mean, houses like creak,
They
like
creak,
in the
yeah.
night, like the
Yeah.
temperature changes and they creak.
Yeah, because my house settles a lot.
Oh, Marcy.
You think it's 1,000 ghosts?
Marcy. I just think houses are already settled. Yeah, I think they creak.
Yeah, if it's made of wood, it will expand in the daytime, and then at night it cools off so that it does like creak and stuff. But like it doesn't shake my bed.
You know what's funny about that story is that one time when I lived in Brooklyn, I was trying to meditate in my bed, and my bed started shaking like that, and I thought for a minute that I had like somehow moved the bed with my mind, or like I had caused the shaking. And that was when we had the earthquake in New York.
Oh, my God.
Because I got up and I was like, oh my God, our whole building shaking. And then I thought my building was about to fall down because it was like
Carrie.
super old building.
You're like, I
realized it
meditated
was an
too
earthquake.
hard.
Yeah, I was like, I did this.
I shouldn't. I'm such a powerful witch.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I think I want to know what he did with the chair. Did he say they got rid of it?
Yeah, they got rid of it. Nana's
His
chair,
Nana's
man,
chairs.
with a bad old spirit attached to it.
I once woke up and thought my bed was shaking, and then I realized I was just really dehydrated and I was shaking.
Oh, shit,
I was like,
Marcy.
"Blah."
I like how, though, the mom took charge of this. It was like, at first, like, it's the house settling, and then was like, okay, something's up,
I like
rather than just denying her kid.
Yeah, I like that in the dream she had replayed it over again
Yeah.
and then like shot out of bed.
And then was like, wait, okay, something might be up.
Do you ever like have dreams like that like shoot you awake and then you like are in action like you go from like 0 to 100?
Yeah.
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 I
A lot of times they'll end with me falling. Either off like just a tiny, like just stepping off a curb wrong, or like falling out of something.
Oh, so you fall and then you
And
wake
then
up.
I just wake up and I'm like, okay.
I once woke up during an earthquake and ran right out the house.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
I ran right out the front door and then was like, okay, that is fine. And
I
I
was
just
like-
walked back in.
There was one earthquake within the last few years that was at like 6 a.m. or
That was the
whatever.
one.
That was the one. I woke up so confused. I thought a truck had like crashed into our house. It was so wild.
I wish earthquakes were ghosts all the time.
That's so I love
I mean,
that story.
it is like Mother Earth being angry or something, right?
Yeah, it is.
She's growing.
Oh, I do think sometimes I've had like little visions before like big events like that where I will see like ambulance lights in my mind's eye, or like
wow.
one time I saw, like, I laid down and closed my eyes again. I think I might have been trying to meditate, and I saw like a train going through snow and then ambulance lights, and then there was like a train derailment in my area like right
Wow.
after that.
Wow.
You a witch.
I'm a witch.
Have you ever had like this happens to me once in a while where I'll have like an anxiety dream, and then like you wake up from it and you are physically like shook. Like you're shaking and you're just like, huh, that's so weird.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I had a dream that it was a bunch of like robbers were in this building with me and holding us all hostage. That really got me for a while.
Yeah.
I guess I just didn't like my job at the time.
Yeah.
Beth, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for
That was
having me.
great.
Is there anything you want to plug or to have listeners? How can they find you and all the good stuff you're doing?
Check out Beth Newell on Twitter. Check out Reductress.com. We have a podcast at Reductress called Mouth Time.
Yeah. Awesome.
Right. Thanks so much, Beth.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy, and don't shit your pants!
That was a HeadGum podcast.